Welcome back to STEM Spool, where I am using 3D prints to explain scientific concepts that just make so much more sense when you can see them in 3D. The models for this series come from this book by Joan Horvath. If you want to grab it and follow along, I am also posting models to MakerWorld that you might want to have and explain these concepts. Today we are talking simple machines, and these are machines that humans have been using for thousands of years in order to increase their force advantage or their mechanical advantage in completing a task, requiring less work for the same results. What we're talking about today are the wheel and axle, and there is no better example of this than the car. In this model that I printed, I used 3D printed wheels without any type of bearing. That means I have what's called a live axle, and that means the wheels are going to rotate together with the axle, creating the friction between the axle and the chassis. If I had bearings, that would allow each wheel to independently rotate, and that would mean that the friction is rotated between the wheel and the axes. Of course, the bearing does reduce that friction load. Even if you have a dead axle and your wheels are rotating independently, once you get rolling across the ground, the friction from the ground is mostly going to get all of your wheels rotating all together. Wheels also take advantage of wedges and inclined planes by having a leading and trailing edge that have a different angle to the ground. That lets you smooth out over bumps, and it reduces the friction overall, allowing you to move things with less work than what would be required to just carry them. Wheels are really commonly part of compound machines. That means you have combined more than one simple machine to have an even greater force advantage. One example of this is the wheelbarrow, where you have the wheel and axle, but you also have a lever in the handles that allows you to get greater force advantage while lifting and moving your wheelbarrow full of whatever you need to move. Wheels have been used for so long that the actual date of when humans started using them is really not even known. It's one of the earliest simple machines that we know people started using, and obviously we still use them quite a bit today.